A town of Agulu, there lived a maiden called Mesoma. Mesoma had hunchback and a distorted face as a result of her mother's complicated pregnancy. While her mother was pregnant for her, a seer was invited over to their home, and the seer told Mesoma's mother, "This your child will be hated by all. She will suffer a lot of condemnation, abuse, but never mind, your child will rise up to fame and become great." Mesoma's mother wondered what kind of vision the seer saw, and she pondered on it for a very long time. When Meso was born, the mother was extremely happy, but as she grew up not like her other siblings. She grew up having hunchback and a distorted face. In fact, Mesoma looked like a monster, which made a lot of people mock her. She was mocked by her peers. No one wanted to play with Mesoma, even her siblings, all pushed her away. Mesoma was a loner. She was hated by her community. She didn't know what to do. Mesoma's father hated her for being ugly, saying that Mesoma brought curses to their home. One day, an old woman came to buy pigs from Mesoma's father. And seeing Mesoma, she asked her father to sell Mesoma to her. Mesoma's father was so happy. "Finally, I can now get rid of this my ugly daughter who brings bad luck to me." And in a twinkle of an eye, Mesoma was finally sold at half of the price of the pig. Her mother cried bitterly but could do nothing about it. Mesoma was heartbroken that she was sold for the half price of a pig. What does this woman want me to do? That she bought me. It was later revealed that the old woman that bought Mesoma was a witch, and she wanted to use Mesoma for one of her sacrifices. As they both traveled in the cart, Mesoma escaped and journeyed through the deep into the forest. She could not go back home for fear of being rejected and for fear that the witch would come back to hunt her. So she continued to journey. As dusk approached, Mesoma stumbled upon a small hut. Feeling tired and thirsty and worn out, she knocked at the door. Inside, an elderly woman with a wise, knowing gaze looked at her. Her name was Nkako, a recluse known for her mysterious knowledge and powers. Seeing Mesoma's worn and weary state, Nkako invited her in. Over a pot of herbal tea, Mesoma recounted her story of hardship and despair, how she was hated by her own family, mocked by her peers, and subsequently sold for half the price of a pig. That was what broke her heart into pieces, knowing no one loved her because of her look. Nkaku patiently looked at her eyes, softening with sympathy. Mesoma begged the old woman to accommodate her, which she agreed. "I will help you to do everything," Mesoma happily said. Mesoma was indeed a hard-working maiden. She cleaned, cooked, even farmed nearby, and she was good at weaving. Nkaku was shocked and surprised. Despite Mesoma's predicament, she still found it interesting to take care of the hut that they were staying. After 1 year of living with Nkaku, and the mysterious woman knew that it was time for her to leave, she wanted to grant Mesoma her heart's desire, and one day she called Mesoma. Looking sternly into her eyes, she asked her, "What do you desire in life?" Mesoma replied, "I would love to look beautiful, to be accepted in the society. They say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Though Mesoma may have a distorted face, but you have a beautiful heart. I will grant you your wish," Nkaku quietly spoke. True beauty is not simply a matter of appearance. It comes from within. But sometimes a little help is needed to show the world what is hidden. She gave Mesoma some tea to drink. With a wave of her hand, Nkaku conjoined a shimmery portion and also handed it to Mesoma to drink. "With this, you will get the changes that you needed." Mesoma hesitated, but driven by hope, drank the potion, and felt tipsy. She lay sleeping, and when she woke up, a warm glow enveloped her. As she looked in a nearby mirror, she was so surprised. Her scars faded, her hair transformed into a shimmery look, and her features softened with classical beauty. Midsummer screamed with excitement. She could not recognize herself. She was so happy and danced for joy. After some few days, Midsummer was set to leave. She hugged the old woman, who smiled and told Midsummer, "Remember, beauty is a gift, but how you use it defines you. You cannot go back to your village." "No, ma, I want to stay with you. Can I go along with you?" But the woman replied, "You cannot live with me forever. You have served me for a year, and in that year you have shown me nothing but love. I am sojourning to another place, and you are not allowed to come with me. Go back to your village. Take this dress and wear it on your arrival. You will meet a festival and you will partake in it." Midsummer thanked the old woman, telling her that she will miss her and will never forget her. She left the hut with her newfound confidence as she journeyed back to her village. The once cruel villagers, now struck by her transformation, they greeted her with awe and surprise and respect, their previous judgments melting away. Midsummer never forgot Nkuka's lesson. She continued to live in grace and empathy, using her beauty to uplift and help others. And through her appearance, she changed a whole lot of narratives. Her families were so happy to see her. They all welcomed her and apologized for selling her off. One day, during the annual harvest festival, the entire village gathered to celebrate the year's bounty. It was such a joyous occasion where young men and women showcased their beauty, talent, and dance. But for Midsummer, she did as the old woman instructed her, wore a very beautiful dress, and went for the festival. This time, it was more special because Prince Abasi, the king's only son, was set to choose a bride. Young women from far and wide had come to present themselves before him. But immediately Midsummer entered, heads turned around. She was not recognized at first, not even her own family, because of her new appearance and new clothing. Her beauty was so radiant that whispers filled the air. Wow! Midsummer had really turned out well. Look at the hunchback and distorted faced maiden, who we all mocked and laughed at, is now someone greatly admired by all. The festival began, and one by one the maidens presented to the music and presented themselves before Prince Abasi. They were all adorned in finest beads, their faces painted in beautiful pattern, each hoping to catch the prince's eyes, but none of them moved him. But as soon as Midsummer stepped forward, wearing a simple, classy dress, the crowds were captivated by her beauty, and she finally met the gaze of Prince Abasi. Her eyes and his eyes locked together. "Who are you?" the prince asked her, his voice filled with surprise. "I am Midsummer, the daughter of this village," she replied, her voice steady and filled with pride. Prince Abasi was not only swayed by Midsummer's beauty alone. He saw her strength, her dignity, and the journey she had undertaken. Without hesitation, he declared her the woman he has been searching for. "I choose Midsummer," he announced to the gathered crowd. "She is the true jewel of Agulu Kingdom." The villagers erupted in celebration, but no more than Midsummer, who had finally found her place, not because of her beauty, but because she has learned to love and value herself. She forgave her village and family, knowing that true strength came from within. Midsummer became not only a queen, but a symbol of hope, reminding the people of Agolo that true beauty lies in the soul and that no one should ever be judged by their appearance. From that day forward, the Harvest Festival was not just about outward beauty, but a celebration of inner strength, courage, and the journey each person undertakes to find themselves.